Coming up on today's episode of Airborne Unlimited, vans to celebrate RV 50th anniversary at AirVenture 2022. Industry groups commit to unleaded future. CFI Renewal Changes afoot. Welcome to Airborne Unlimited. I'm your host, Holland Lee. Let's get into today's stories. Vans to celebrate RV 50th anniversary at AirVenture 2022. The RV series of home-built aircraft have a special occasion at Oshkosh this year as the 69th EAA Fly-In Convention coincides with 50 years on the market. The RV-3 debuted in 1972 as a lightweight, robust offering that eventually grew to become a defining force in the kit and light sport plane market. Richard VanGrunsven's baby will be a major player in this year's AirVenture festivities this July, with special fans RV parking areas, multiple forums, workshops, and deep dives into the aircraft, as well as participation in the air shows. The company's growth has led to a range of RV-derived aircraft, like the latest RV-12 and 14. The sale of completed SLSAs has further broadened Van's reach, gaining entry into the world of flight training and club operations with a factory-made aircraft that combines the best of light kit planes with modern technology. In a world of increasingly expensive legacy aircraft design, an RV-14 with the same glass panel avionics and fuel-sipping engine are a great way to bring in the next generation of aviators, and sales numbers seem to agree. Every year, more than 400 RV kits of all stripes are shipped to builders around the world from the Vans factory in Aurora, Oregon. After the break, GAMA report shows resurgent general aviation market.
Skyleader Aircraft offers a lineup of the most powerful, durable, and efficient light sport aircraft in the industry. From trainers to roomy cockpits for long hauls, Skyleader has an aircraft for you. And the best part? They're in your budget. Skyleader's base prices are set low to give you room to customize your aircraft to your needs, desires, and wallet, allowing you to put your money where it matters to you most. Visit flyskyleader.com today to learn about our aircraft, customization options, and chat with the team.
Aviation Safety Resources is disrupting the market for aircraft emergency parachute recovery systems. ASR systems are smaller, lighter weight, and offer longer repack cycles than similar products available in the current market. ASR has a recovery system available for every type of aircraft: sport, experimental, light sport, general aviation, urban air mobility, vertical takeoff and landing, electric propulsion, and unmanned aerial systems. Find the right product for your aircraft at aviationsafetyresources.com.
At Diamond Aircraft, innovation is in our DNA. Whether you're taking to the skies for training or business travel, every aircraft in Diamond's lineup features innovative technology, an industry-leading safety record, superior performance and efficiency, and a comfortable flying experience. No other company has pioneered as many aviation firsts, achieved more milestones, or received the same amount of industry praise as Diamond. Discover why Diamond Aircraft is one of the most trusted manufacturers in aviation at diamondaircraft.com.
Welcome back. Now let's take a trip around the patch for some other interesting stories. GAMA report shows resurgent general aviation market. The General Aviation Manufacturers Association released the year-end 2021 General Aviation Aircraft Shipments and Billings Report at its State of the Industry press conference. How are things looking? Overall, when compared to 2020, all aircraft segments saw increases in shipments, and preliminary aircraft deliveries were valued at $25.2 billion, an increase of 10.2%. Despite the erratic behavior of a range of economic indicators, the general aviation market still found a healthy number of buyers, ultimately delivering $22.8 billion worth of aircraft. Brifo releases analysis of BizJet market. Brian Foley and Associates have taken note of the business aviation market's resurgence as it approaches its pre-pandemic levels of manufacture and sales, but noted the slightly off-kilter stance of some of the biggest names in business jets. Quote, "But just as new business jet sales begin to take off after more than a decade in the doldrums, some plane makers are temporarily stuck on the sidelines, unable to fully capitalize on the upswing." End quote. Bell begins work on Czech helicopters. Bell has officially begun production on the first of the AH-1Z Viper helicopters bound for the Czech Republic at their Texas Assembly Center. The Viper is a part of an FMS deal for the country that will also see delivery of another H-1 program aircraft, the UH-1Y. The deal was worth an estimated $272 million for Bell to build a series of 4 AH-1Z Viper attack and 8 UH-1Y Venom utility helicopters. Honda Aircraft tops sales charts 5th year running. Honda Aircraft Company announced that its HA420 has successfully retained its status as, quote, the most delivered aircraft in its class for the 5th consecutive year, end quote, according to the most recent GAMA data. The company delivered 37 of its light jet to buyers throughout 2021. Honda took the opportunity to touch up the aircraft last year when it released the newest iteration, the Elite S model. The upgrade brought a series of small enhancements to the Honda Jet. Well, that's it for today's trip around the patch. Let's get back to the rest of the news. Industry groups commit to unleaded future. The industry consensus around the continued use of 100 low-lead avfuel has grown increasingly impatient in recent years. The awkwardly named but aptly shortened Eliminate Aviation Gasoline-Lead Emissions, or EAGLE initiative, will, quote, expand and accelerate the actions and policies necessary for a viable, high-octane unleaded replacement for the current 100-octane low-lead aviation gasoline without compromising the existing U.S. transportation infrastructure system, end quote. With environmental concerns and anti-aviation activists finding success in leveraging sales of leaded fuel as an effective pressure point to shut down flight activity in their areas. The solution has long been known, retreading the same ground seen in the automotive industry's switch to unleaded fuel. Additional difficulties, however, have added significant complexity in comparison. The average fleet age in aviation far exceeds the auto industry, without the high level of turnover that allows operators to upgrade to newer, more up-to-date fuel systems. With suitable unleaded avgas candidates waiting in the wings, the industry feels the time has come to aggressively implement a solution. To start, efforts will revolve around the 4 fundamental pillars of the EAGLE program, including regulatory and policy, unleaded fuel testing and qualification, research and development, and business infrastructure and implementation. After these messages, CFI Renewal Changes afoot.
Well, hello, fellow pilot. I'm John King.
And I'm Martha King.
You know, we've all had our flying lives disrupted lately.
Well, King Schools is here to help you stay up to date with courses that you can access on your desktop, iPad, or iPhone. If you'd like a refresher or just want to expand your aviation horizons, we have a course for you.
So head over to kingschools.com/Rusty today for details.
Pilot Communications USA is proud to introduce our latest headsets, the Carbon A1 Active Noise Reduction and the Carbon P1 Passive Headset. Carbon fiber makes our headsets 30% lighter than others, which significantly reduces pilot fatigue. Our BlueLink hand control unit allows you to connect 2 devices at the same time, and the record out capability can send audio to an onboard camera or digital recorder. Get the headset that's so light you may forget you're wearing one at pilot-usa.com.
Whether you're charting a steady course or pushing for the ceiling, Hartzell Propeller has been elevating flight for over 100 years. It's in our passion for engineering and research. It's in our dedication to testing the limits of performance and creating propellers that are as safe as they are sexy. Now, together with our dedicated family of companies, we're propelling the future of aviation. We are Hartzell Propeller, built on honor.
Welcome back. CFI Renewal Changes afoot. Some interesting rumblings are afoot according to the Society of Aviation and Flight Educators. A screen grab from a rumored FAA presentation has been making the rounds as an early, quote, pre-decisional proposal, end quote. The proposal? Eliminate expirations for flight instructors and simultaneously restrict, quote, exercising the privilege, end quote, based on required activity and experience like any other pilot certificate. SAFE notes that it's far too soon for CFIs to celebrate the change, since it will have to go through, quote, a very long official NPRM comment process, end quote, before making its way to their logbooks. The text from the slide says, quote, flight instructor renewal requirements, end quote, with the first bullet point reading, quote, pre-decisional proposal to remove the expiration date on flight instructor certificates, end quote, and, quote, remove the requirements for a flight instructor to renew his or her flight instructor certificate, end quote. Following that, quote, instead, flight instructors may meet and demonstrate recent experience requirements to exercise privileges of the certificate, end quote. SAFE notes that there have been more than a few calls to increase NTSB oversight of CFIs, like harder enforcement of the 80% pass rate for active instructors. Currently, there are a few ways for them to renew their certificate through activities or experience every 2 years under Part 61.197 or the FAA Wings program as per AC 61-91J. Well, that's our program for today. You can catch episodes of Airborne on YouTube, Roku, and Fire TV. Just search for Aero-News or Airborne. And don't forget to follow us on social media. Thanks for watching!